because your audition story and how this all came to be for you, going from, not being a stunt performer at all, which was, I think, the audition that you went on, to having a speaking freaking role in this mega, mega thing. How did that happen? Tell the audition story because it is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Well, yeah, it was it was 2017.
The year was
The year
2017.
was 2017.
The sundial read that it was what day at what time?
Yes.
A long
And
time ago.
Chris, well, he's not my husband, but my boyfriend at the time, a stunt person, he came across this call that was for the best of the best stunt performers, parkour, free running, martial artists, and dance was in that list. And I remember being like, "Well, I'm a good dancer."
One of those many
So
things.
yeah, he's like, "I think you should come to this audition. I have a feeling it's for Avatar, and I think you should go. I think you'd be really great." And I was like, I don't know. I had a dance audition for a Canadian movie that day as well. And
Ooh.
I just really thought that I should be there because it was going to be a smaller call, all Canadians. So I said, fine, we'll go to this other audition. We'll go really early in the morning. We'll, whatever. Who do I know there?
Whatever will happen, and then I'll go do this
Yeah.
Canadian
And
thing.
then I'll go to my serious dance audition for this Canadian
Where
movie.
I stand a chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we go, and a lot of people were showing up with like the craziest things I've ever seen in my life, probably at Tempest, which is like
Skills wise, or
skills wise,
okay.
yes. Jumping off the highest, craziest things.
Whoa.
Um, and they also wanted to show us like some movement, which, for me was my expertise.
Mhm.
But we went one at a time. And so I think I went within the first 5 to 10 people of the audition because I knew I
Oh,
had to get to this other audition. So
right.
I go in and I said out loud, I was like, I'm a dancer. And I had music and no one else had music.
Work.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna audition.
What
And
was your audition song?
it was called Inside a Boy,
Uh-huh.
by Brightest Diamond. And it was actually one of my first Cirque du Soleil audition songs as well.
Ooh, okay,
It's really just
noted.
my song. Um, and I just improved and moved the way I thought a Navi would. I didn't really have any background or training, but I just figured I would just improv a scene with some movement, with some of my dance ability, but mostly with the character in mind.
Mhm.
And I would have to say, like, thank goodness for Cirque du Soleil for teaching me how to be a character, be
Mm.
silly,
Mhm.
improv, all these things,
Mhm.
because I definitely felt that at that opportunity in time, I was so glad to have that.
Mhm.
Um, and I felt really good about it. And the stunt coordinator definitely wanted to see if I could take a hit, like jump and fall, and like as if something was happening, a bomb or something like that. And so
Mhm.
explosion, did that and felt really great about it. And we left, and that was it. And went to the other audition, which is great because I was like buzzing, but then I had
Uh-huh.
to learn like choreography.
Oh, right.
Um,
Back at it.
and then we didn't find out for a couple weeks later. We had a callback, which was with our AD. We did some more thorough movement, character, more scenarios.
Mhm.
And then we had another callback after that. They've like
And were
shrunken
Chris,
down the group.
you both were still in the hat
Mhm.
up to that point?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then the callbacks were basically to see like if the movers, the stunt performers could like be the
Handle a
character as
character.
well.
Mhm.
Um, and it was really just an inspiring couple of days.
At that point, did you know that it was Avatar? People, it must have been the
Yes,
biggest
at that
secret in
point.
the world, but were they able to tell you?
It was pretty obvious, I
Okay.
think, by
Mhm.
then.
Mhm.
But again, like the movie had come out 10 years prior
Mhm.
almost. And I had seen it in high school or the end of high school. So we watched a couple clips before these auditions just to get a vibe of what we should be doing,
Uh-huh.
and ultimately I just told myself I just wanted to have fun and be silly and be a character and offer and share. And I don't think I think I was naive to what the world and what the potential of this job was.
Mm.
So that maybe helped with my audition as well.
Mhm.
And then from there, like we got brought in quite a few times, or I did, for a small group of us to kind of compile a group that would help with the entire film for the 2 years.
The
At the
troop,
time, it
right?
was just supposed to be 6 months, but I ended up working on it for 2 years.
Well,
And it's like this amazing group of actors and dancers and stunt performers and movers and just people that really work well together, and that work well with Jim and our AD Maria and our stunt coordinator Garrett, and just creating a team that can do anything from like pre-vising a scene to big troubleshooting
yeah,
anything,
yeah.
to actually being in the scene. And then ultimately there are characters within the script that we play,
Mhm.
but you never know what you're gonna do.
Right.
And that was the cherry on top of the whole experience, was to play the Taunui Sahik, which I didn't know I was going to be playing until I think later in the second year.